Welcome back to Championship Court here at the ABP Newport Beach Open as we are set for our second mixed doubles semifinal. Christine Maddox, Max Manthou in the purple serving against Will Sobek and Amanda Hendry for the right to move on to Championship Sunday. Maddox getting a little big.
This is going to be power versus resets. Power versus defense. Power from Manthou and Maddox, and defense from Hendry and Sobek.
Just wide. And Dom, to hear you say that, that sounds very similar to Sobek and Hendry's quarterfinal matchup between Turkovic and Taylor. A lot of power there, but they were able to neutralize the power with their defense.
Yeah, 100%, and that's exactly what they can do. The key is going to be Maddox and Manthou staying calm and collected. Even when they are pressuring, don't overhit. Just keep getting one more ball back over until you can create an angle.
More good defense. But, Chad, how does Manthou's ability to cover court also factor into this? Because he's one of the best court coverers there is.
Well, it's similar to what we just saw with Kyle Kazuta. He's going, just the movement puts the pressure on it, forces you to change direction with the ball.
Oh, that's a great change of direction. A couple of really well-placed balls there from Sobek.
Yeah, and that's where Hendry and Sobek have to be strong as far as moving that ball around and creating opportunities.
Hendry apologizing. Think she hit an out ball there.
Yeah, and because it was probably going out, she hit it really late, too. So it was behind her as she's trying to hit that ball down.
Nice step across from Sobek for the forehand winner.
Yeah, good read right there by William Sobek. Hendry driving that third at Maddox. She's trying to counter that, but Hendry had enough dip on it to get it down.
Ooh, that one sailed a little bit.
Missed return. It's 2-0. Side out.
Sobek chasing that one up, hoping that was going to go over the net. That's an excellent
backhand winner down the middle.
Yeah, excellent setup there by Sobek. He comes over, doesn't overhit it, just slides it to the backhand of Manthou, and you see how it opens up that next ball and that hole in the middle.
See, and that's where, Maddox is trying to find that hole in the middle right there. The issue is the hands of William Sobek are so quick. Even though he may be sitting on the backhand, you go to his forehand, he opens up so quick and doesn't get big.
Hendry catching it a little bit behind her. But, Dom, I think you hit on a good point there. You talked about Sobek's balance earlier, but his swing is so compact that it allows him to get to everything.
Let's think
that's on you.
Yeah, that's my first broadcaster jinx today.
But Sobek is one of the few. He is born in pickleball, right? So he's all pickleball. He didn't have anything or habits from anything else that he had to not unlearn, but adapt.
Modify.
Right? He's been all pickleball all the time. And so that short, compact swing is good for him.
Plus,
inside out forehand.
But plus Sobek recognizes that he's not going to really overpower somebody. His ability is to get on the ball quickly to cut down reaction time. His ability to move the ball around and hit different spots is what creates the opportunities.
More of a counter-puncher style. Manthou gets them on the board, going at the feet of Hendry.
So the issue sometimes with Sobek's return is he cuts it so much. If someone who comes in with a big forehand like Manthou can use that spin against him.
Little net cord love winner. It's 2-all.
1, 2, 3.
He wasn't dropping that.
No.
Ever. Like, it could have been 8 of them, and he was not going to drop any one of them.
Manthou, one of the players that has really come into his own on tour this year. 5 medals on the season, including a gold in men's doubles as he steps across there earlier this year with Eric Lang. Oh, how about the touch from Sobek to drop it? Wow.
I mean, he did it with a little flav, too.
Yeah.
Right?
Little flair.
Yeah.
Little sauce.
Yeah.
Nice readjustment there from Hendry.
Yeah, Manthou obviously didn't want that net cord right there or that much. It slowed the ball down enough that it sat up nicely.
Maddox forcing Hendry back. Second serve.
Oh, the
Well
scramble.
constructed point.
Well,
Hendry dug a ball
from
off
her
the
shoelaces.
forehand of Maddox that some people aren't even going to see, and she digs it out. Again, you think that her goalie skills don't come into play.
Oh,
And
no,
I
absolutely.
was talking to her earlier. She's like, I kind of want to go back and see if my reaction time training that I did for field
From
hockey,
field
my
hockey.
reaction time has gotten faster.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if it has. As Sobek goes through the middle. Call stands. The ball was long. So a side out, but Sobek and Hendry able to take a 2-point lead. Out. You're talking about the reaction training from Hendry. It's one thing to play field hockey goalie. It's an entirely different thing to be a national champion caliber field hockey goalie.
Oh, absolutely.
3 times, no less.
3 times.
Those hands were...
Dom's breaking down in the middle at this point. There were arms and legs going everywhere from Sobek.
Hendry blocked the ball, and William jumped with her to block it. He was nowhere near the ball.
Synchronized pickleball. Nice step in there from Sobek.
Yeah, and again, he steps over and he hits down on the ball. He doesn't try to hit through. He hits down. So if that ball does come back, it's coming back up again.
Elevated ball makes for the easy put away for Maddox.
Yeah, just a little deep there for Hendry, and we're trying to roll that ball where it's deeper. It's not so much that it's high. It's that then pushes the ball deep over the net and stays up.
Miss third, side out.
William going up to the net. Can't believe I missed that one.
Manthou and Maddox took down Eric Lang and Jan Newell 8 and 5 in the quarterfinal as that served long off the paddle. Step in from Sobek, catches Manthou off the edge guard.
Well, not only does that ball clip the net cord, it then hits the edge guard and hits Manthou in the face. So that was There's a little bit of insult to injury right there.
I think Hendry is almost anticipating that ball to go wide.
Still with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, right now, Hendry's in her head as far as hitting that third shot drop.
Misses there. Point, we're tied at 4-all, but we've seen third shot drops be an issue over the course of the last two matches. What's the key to hitting a good one?
Honestly, it's just hitting it and not worrying about going into the net. And I'll finish my thought
That's
here
a
after
nice
this
forehand roll.
But a lot of the times, I mean, the cardinal sin for a third shot drop is to miss it into the net. Even if you leave that ball up a little bit,
force them.
Then
force them to hit something.
Yeah, you have the opportunity to hit another one, but.
Pushed wide down the line.
But the most important thing with the drop is that we're making contact out in front of the body, because that gets the ball up earlier and then gives us the time for it to come down. The closer it gets to the body, the more it pushes further away. Ooh. No, tried to.
That ball had so much spin on it between Williams' return and Maddox's cut drop shot. Ball was all over the place.
The result's a 6-4 lead in favor of Manthou and Maddox. Side out.
You see her feet right there, right? So her left foot was dropped back just enough. As soon as she drops that left foot back, body comes back just enough.
And how wide the stance was.
So if she stays up with both feet, now she's got bigger reach, but she steps back, it pulls the shoulder back, now it pulls her arm back, now it's a little miss hit into the net.
You say she, you meant Maddox, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
That's a better ball there from Maddox, going right at the left hip.
Well, forget dropping it. She's ripping there.
That works.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a similar shot to what Sobek is hitting right there as well. It's sliding that ball inside out.
Oh, Sobek able to get on top of that and just put enough touch to get it in.
I mean, he's off balance, potentially might be going deep.
His chest was facing the stands to his left.
Oh, my
Winner
goodness.
off the forehand side.
Sitting on it right there was Hendry. She is not fooled. Watch her sit forehand. And the key is she doesn't get big. That's just a quick punch straight back down right where it came from.
Sobek stepping over to take the third, but pulls it in the net.
Well, if he's going to go over there, he has to commit to going over there. If he goes over and then he's trying to come back in the middle of the motion, very difficult to try to get that one over the net.
Oh, my.
That was a drive to the extreme, but it found the net.
If that got over the net, that was going through somebody.
Missile.
So that right there, so you talked about the court coverage of Manthou and the movement. That movement right there of Manthou forced Sobek to try to go wider and actually increased the chance of him pulling it wide.
Manthou all over the court again. This time catches Hendry. It's an 8-6 lead.
Well, that ball right there from Manthou, he stays short, compact, creates some good shape on it, doesn't leave it high enough for Hendry to do anything with.
short side out. But once again, Hendry and Sobek find themselves trailing by 2 here in this first game of our mixed doubles semi number 2. Winner of this advances to Championship Sunday as Sobek misses the third. Winner will face Richard Liverneys Jr. and Riley Bonert.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no.
Wow. Hiccup from Hendry. That ball shaved the net.
Now, okay, so she may be second-guessing her drop right there, but if you want to feed off of something, it's that.
Oh.
And that.
He's got it.
Yep.
Oh, he overran it.
Sobek moves so well. He got back. Nope.
No. He said meat. No.
Me as the ball was coming at him right there. Yeah, he got wrong-footed.
That ball had so much cut.
Well, the thing with that cut slice right there, too, it actually adds topspin to Manthou's drive. So it has the potential to push that ball down into the net cord.
That time Sobek getting big. Another point to Manthou and Maddox. But we talk about that cut adding to the topspin all the time in mix with Mari Humberg.
Yes.
And we have seen time and time again when she's playing mixed, the guy on the other side try to go heavy topspin and drive it right into the bottom of the net. Too strong off the paddle, and before the ball even hit, both of them were calling for a timeout.
Well, Sobek makes a good read here in the middle. The issue is that he didn't have his paddle up in time.
Yeah.
He makes the read. When you make that read and you know where that's going, make the read, get your paddle up. He was just a little late, and just by being that fraction of a second late, that ball sails on him. So it's a good read physically, but now he's got to get that paddle up to get that ball down.
It's not very often that you catch Will Sobek being late with the paddle because of the hand speed.
But it was also the fact that he came over as far as he did. Like we see him do that constantly, and he hooks that ball back wide. But Maddox recognizes that and catches Sobek still almost in the move back to the left. So now he has to quickly adjust, and as that paddle comes over, you see the elbow go back behind the body, and that's where it becomes. I don't want Sobek to overmove. I want him to still be, aggressive. But we're in a situation where it's almost like, have Hendry set you up a little bit, and I'll then choose your spot to move, similar to what Manthou is doing right now. Maddox is.
She's working.
She's
grinding.
working.
Yeah.
She's setting it up. But Manthou is moving a lot, but he's not over moving.
I agree.
It's game point for Manthou and Maddox, 10-7.
Oh, as soon as I say that.
That one was on you then.
Maddox tried to. She had something in her mind that she was going to.
She was crashing hard right there.
Yep.
Tried for the lob, went long, point.
Problem with it is she tried to wrist flick the lob instead of use her shoulder and go up with it. She tries to wrist flick it and just goes a little too long.
Oh, use the net cord to your advantage. Maddox trying to pick that one up.
Back-to-back points have Sobek and Hendry back within one on first serve.
And we'll get another timeout.
Smart timeout here from Maddox and Manthou. They were up 10-7. It's now 10-9. First serve, so Hendry and Sobek making a late push.
Yeah, again, it was 10-9-2, serving for the game. They get the side out, score 2 quick points, so they've been on the last 3 points. The key for me, the last 2 points, Amanda Hendry has hit 2 very good, aggressive third shot drops, right? She has not left the ball high. She hit them aggressive towards the side of Christine Maddox. She's done a good job. That's what she's going to look for right here. If I am Maddox and Manthou, though, I'm going my return to Sobek here.
Out wide to the backhand.
Yeah, make him hit a backhand return.
Majority of the time, the drops for Sobek, it's a cut drop. It's an open face drop. He's going to put it up, have it drop in, and it's a little bit easier ball. It's a catch-22, right? You have somebody that's struggling with a third shot drop, so you keep hitting it to them, and then they find their rhythm eventually.
And now she has.
Yes.
Back to play, 9-10-1.
Ooh, fighting over the middle right there. It's an excellent spot from Manthou. You know, there are times where you're like, hey, it's 2 forehands in the middle. I'm not going to go there. But
oh, Sobek, little inside-out forehand. We are tied at 10.
well, and right here, Maddox tries to slide this ball back through the middle again. She thought that she had brought Sobek over far enough.
Oh.
Nice
Manthou
angle.
puts it away with emphasis to earn the side out.
But, again, return went to Hendry. They got it to 50-50 immediately. Again, Maddox and Manthou have to find Sobek. Not that he's got bad drop. He's money with it, but it's not aggressive.
Oh. No. Oh.
That was probably out.
It was.
Oh, wow.
It was a miscommunication there in the middle between Manthou and Maddox, and then Sobek was coming up and trying to get that ball off before they could regroup. That he actually hit the out ball.
That's a huge hold right there for Hendry and Sobek. Ball back in hand, all tied at 10.
10-10-1. Sobek puts it away to earn game point.
And I know Sobek finishes this, but it's set up from Hendry. Hendry sets this up from the jump on a great third shot and get there.
I was actually laughing at Amanda's face, which she's like, "Whoa, he's going off."
She gets scared of.
No, she was just laughing.
Into the net, and Hendry and Sobek end game one on a 4-point run. They are one game away from advancing to Championship Sunday.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
At Typical Insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the third health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
At The Botanist, we always look further, seeing potential where others may not. We sustainably hand forage 22 Isla Botanicals to make a beautifully balanced gin, capturing the essence of our Scottish island home. Consciously crafted by our community to be enjoyed by yours. Look further.
Welcome back to Championship Court. Will Sobek and Amanda Hendry putting together a 5-point run to end game number 1. They took it 12-10 and now are just one game away from meeting Riley Bonert and Richard Livernese Jr. on Championship Sunday.
Oh, it's
Are
in.
you serious? The little,
Wow.
the little floater down the line from Max stays in.
But see how far over Hendry
Yeah.
came right there. It left so much open space. Perfect execution from Manthou.
Oh, no.
Oh!
What a point.
This is just crazy. Some of the defense from Sobek and Hendry,
That reset in the middle was ridiculous.
unbelievable. What's it take to earn a point around here? That.
A lot.
Right there, that.
A lot. 27 shots.
Oh, had the opening right there because Manthou came all the way over and took that forehand in front of Maddox.
Tried to rush it just a bit. It's a 2-point lead for Maddox and Manthou.
That big serve from Maddox.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maddox finally beats Sobek.
Right shoulder, left hip. Because it had Sobek leaning to the left to try to clear that forehand and then couldn't straighten back up to go left hip.
There
a
was
good combination.
there was a discussion in between games of what they want to do, and this is it.
Yeah.
They want Maddox to just go straight up with Sobek and get what she gets, and then she's going to attack.
Hendry wins that battle, pushes Manthou and Maddox onto second serve.
Yeah, that's really good coverage right there from Hendry. Manthou comes in, he's aggressive, goes down the line there, but as soon as Hendry comes back middle, she's sitting forehand, no take back.
Maddox continuing to pepper Sobek with power.
Not going there. Not going there. Christine Maddox got some of the best power.
Yeah, and she uses the reach to the advantage to elevate that ball and create the pop-up.
Manthou moves well, but couldn't get that. Side out.
Running in quicksand right there.
Point Sobek and Hendry.
There were two balls that were past Sobek. And somehow he wrapped the paddle back around and got back. And then on that last ball, Maddox just stood a little tall.
Sobek goes right at the right foot of Maddox.
Yeah, again, I like the setup from Manthou and Maddox going to Sobek with that return. But again, Sobek's just being really aggressive right now. Almost seemed like he was in trouble going face up with Maddox, but now he's kind of figuring it out.
Tried to backhand roll, too strong.
He even apologized for
Well,
it.
and that's not a bad ball right there.
Yeah.
If you just add a little bit more roll, take a little bit less pace and add a little bit more roll, even with that height.
Take a page out of Rob Nunnery's book.
Yeah, so
Sobek able to get on top of that.
But Sobek made the adjustment that you saw him standing on the sideline. He was sitting there bumping forehands back, waiting for Maddox to speed up so he could counter straight on the forehand. What she had done the previous couple of points was he was giving a little bit of space down the line, so she was able to find the middle of his chest.
Driving Hendry back. Side out, but Hendry and Sobek able to get back within one.
That's danger right there. And that's what I had anticipated seeing from that. The big serve from Maddox creating the shorter return, and then Manthou can step up and just insert the power and put the pressure on.
There it is again.
Sobek finds some space on the backhand side. Wow.
The scoop there from Maddox. And
in the middle of this point, Manthou was off the court, and Maddox just pulled the trigger, and she's like, I don't care if he's off the court. I'm just going to go at it.
Sobek missed the overhead.
But that's a situation where Ed hung up there for so long. Sobek thought about how hard he was going to hit that ball.
Yep. Probably had thought about it like 10 different times.
Yeah.
Oh, not going to miss that one very often is Manthou.
Three, 6-1.
That's a very good ball right there from Christine Maddox, and how she jumped on that but didn't let the body get out of control.
Key for me on that, though, is she kept it low.
Yeah.
Right? She attacks that low. Hendry's on it. She's reading it to the forehand side, but she keeps it down at, like, kneecap height. Oh.
Floats wide, point for Maddox and Manthou, and a timeout coming. But you talk about the body control of Christine Maddox on that last point prior to the missed return. And pickleball aside, you have to appreciate the athleticism that's on the court, because you have in Manthou and Maddox a pair of Division I All-American tennis players at Pepperdine and the University of Washington, and we've already noted Amanda Hendry, a 3-time national champion.
Yeah, and again, you're talking about this is the level of play we're seeing on a week-in, week-out basis on tour. You're getting these high-level players, these high-level athletes. Can't even say just tennis players.
No.
It's high-level athletes coming from different sports. Yes, we do get a lot of tennis players, as with Manthou and Maddox, but Amanda Hendry, a D1 field hockey player, she won 3 national championships. You see what she brings to the game. You're just seeing that kind of uniqueness, right? And then William Sobek, he was born in pickleball, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all he's played. So his uniqueness is kind of an interesting kind of side note as well.
Well, it's the experience in this game and the understanding of how to make adjustments as this game has progressed.
That's why we've also seen the rise of anarchy, especially when it comes to the mixed doubles side. It's a different pair every single week.
Just a little big there from Hendry. See that paddle go back behind the shoulder.
And my biggest thing is I saw Maddox play about a year and a half ago in Florida, and I saw her for the first time, and I was like, wow. I'm like, if this girl takes it seriously, she's going to be beastly.
Also played paddle tennis before coming over to pickleball full time. Good leave.
And Hendry and Sobek were both very hesitant on that going out because as this ball floats through, they weren't sure if that was going to really go out. Maddox still going with the sunglasses, even though we're completely in the shade on center court.
Hendry able to fight off Manthou, puts it in the net, side out. Pulled wide from Manthou, point.
Yeah, Manthou just trying to create a little too much angle there, trying to really pull Hendry out wide off the court.
Sobek finds the left hip for the point.
Inside out forehand there from William Sobek. Again, biding his time here in the middle, and then steps in and doesn't do too much. Goes inside out forehand, like you said, Dorian, right at the left hip of Max Manthou.
Oh, Sobek just tried to cut that a little too much.
Pushes them on to second serve, still trailing by 3. Sobek all over that point.
And that's a very good move there from Sobek, anticipating that Maddox was going to try and keep Hendry back and isolate Hendry.
A timeout taken now by Manthou and Maddox as they have seen their lead shrink to 2. What's been the biggest difference over this 3-point run?
I mean, again, they're finding their groove here again, and what's happening again that last point, it was Amanda Hendry with a drop shot, William Sobek stepping in, right? And so again, you got to get that ball, if I'm Maddox and Manthou, to William Sobek instead of dealing with that aggressive third shot from Amanda Hendry. And again, Amanda's my difference maker here. I know Sobek's getting big and everything, but Hendry's setting everything up for him.
Well, and we saw it on the previous point where Sobek tried to cut that drop down the line and ended up cutting it too much. When you are playing against guys that like to move a lot or they want to be aggressive, you know, returning to the guy actually keeps them back. It forces them to have to work their way forward compared to going to the female, and they're just going forward at will and putting the pressure.
Oh.
Little net cord crawler.
Yeah, she'll take it.
Someone in the stands goes, great shot, Christine. 100% it is. You think Chad's giving that point back?
Absolutely not.
Sorry, not sorry. Oh, relentless pressure from Sobek, but drops the overhead in the net.
Right, that's fantastic defense from Maddox. Sobek just sitting there, bumping the ball down the line, baited her into speeding it up, and she fights her way out of it.
Oh.
Elevated ball into the body.
Took a full swing, but hit her body. Didn't even come close to her paddle, did Maddox.
Hendry pushes it long, a couple of rockets off of the paddles of Maddox and Manthou.
Yeah, Hendry just overswung a little bit there, but it's a very good spot. Brings up game point for Manthou and Maddox.
Good ball there from Sobek to earn the side out.
Well, finally he went wide, pulled Maddox, and then went back inside to her backhand, had her fully stretched.
Let's not forget in game number 1, Manthou and Maddox were leading 10-7. They had a game point, could not capitalize.
Oh.
Miscommunication left the back corner open, and Maddox dots it.
Almost worked out perfectly because it ended up being an aggressive dink on the mishit.
Low return from Manthou into the net, and it's game point number 2. Sobek takes it at the feet, second serve.
Oh, she tried to let it go.
Huge defensive stand by Sobek and Hendry.
She wanted to rip it,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden Max said out, and then she lays the paddle back just too late.
Off the net cord, point for Hendry and Sobek. They're within 3.
Eerily similar.
I was
the
gonna
same thing happened in the first game.
gonna
A wet
say.
cord winner,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it started to snowball. Good patience there from Maddox. She didn't do too much too early. She could have taken one more ball, but I think she waited for the correct ball to attack.
Sobek able to stay out of the kitchen. It's 10-8.
Well, and some really good spots there from Hendry, finding the feet of Maddox. Maddox trying to stay in that point, but ultimately can't keep the ball down.
Oh.
Ooh.
3 net cords in the point. The last one gets it to Sobek and Hendry.
Thought Maddox was going to go head first into the net post right there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the
no.
change in speed of the serve.
10-all. Maddox and Manthou
Deja vu.
had 3 game points. Could not convert. Hendry and Sobek like they did in game number 1, making a late push. We are tied at 10.
This is crazy. I mean, you're talking about
Hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen.
You're talking about in control in game 1, in control in game 2, and then just losing it completely out of control and making it 10-10 again. 10-7 in game 1, 10-6 in game 2.
But it was
a let cord
drop from
Amanda
Hendry
in both games.
Yep, and then we get into a couple of exchanges, and then a let cord roller from Sobek.
Let's not forget the ball that Sobek was hitting out, and Maddox couldn't get the paddle out of the way on game point number 3.
That is true.
Way out.
That would have ended it.
Ended it.
Yep.
Wow.
And now the ball in hand for Sobek and Hendry. It's 2.
It's
2.
It's
okay,
2.
Okay. One stop. That's all they need here. At this rate, I mean, got to see a third game here. Like, it'd be an incredible third game.
It's been an incredible first 2.
15 seconds. Receiver, no timeout remaining. Server, 2 timeouts.
Maddox and Manthou, no timeouts left. It's 10-all.
Got to go to Sobek here.
Second serve. Sobek with the ball.
Have to return Sobek here.
Oh, that ball was out.
Yes, it was. And it should have been put away.
Oh, my.
And it is dead quiet here on Championship Court.
We were the loudest people here.
We're always the loudest people here. Sobek makes up for it there with the forehand.
Nobody home.
No, and that's when Manthou tried to do just a little too much from a very vulnerable position on the right side of the court.
He's got to go behind Sobek with that drive, not to his forehand.
Oh. Game point number 4.
Whew. I'm out of breath.
I'm getting tight up here.
Some scratchy moments, but Manthou and Maddox able to outlast Hendry and Sobek in game number 2. They take it 12-10. We will head to a game 3, and it's coming up next.
Less is more, unless it's less beer.
Cat tire.
In this city, flavor is a way of life. And every dish is a work of art. La Victoria, inspired by LA flavor since 1917.
Welcome back to Championship Court, Game 3 of our second mixed doubles semifinal. The first semifinal went to 3. It's only fitting this one goes to 3 as we have gone 12-10 split in each of the first 2 games.
That's
smart placement there from Hendry.
That is a great ball by Amanda Hendry behind Max Manthou. He was just pinching a little too hard in the middle.
Sobek steps across for the first point.
Sometimes we just think it's obvious, but this is where, again, we talk about coaching and having a coach in your corner. Someone that have to be telling Manthou and Maddox, stop going to Hendry with the third. She's really hurting them.
Manthou puts it away down the middle to get back on serve.
Oh, Hendry turns around and just smiles. She's like, yeah, I didn't really sell that one down the line. Manthou read it quite easily.
Just stood up through the dink right there. Didn't stay down like she has been this whole match.
0-1-2.
And that's
good coverage from Sobek as they were uncoiling
all
out the sack.
three of us were about to say exactly the same
exactly,
thing.
Exactly.
Good job, Dorian.
Thank you.
That away, Dorian. I feel like two proud dads here with Dorian.
Missed third. I mean, I was bound to pick up something eventually.
It's a good pose there from Sobek at the end. Call the baseball card pose. It's something we haven't talked about. Probably about in between games 1 and 2, the sun really has gone down.
Yeah.
It's gotten cooler. The
Much
weather has
cooler.
dropped, so the ball's going to get a little harder. The pace of the ball on drives is going to pick up a little bit. So that's something to also think about from these players.
Sails long, and Dom Christine's taking off the sunglasses.
That's what he was. That's why he was mentioning the weather.
I'm sorry,
and
I
it's getting
ruined your
darker
big I
and
ruined
cooler.
your big reveal.
It's unreal. I just can't do nothing.
That one's in.
Oh. Sobek going back. Couldn't keep his footing.
It's so good right there. Great pickleball. Great movement from Christine Maddox. I mean, 2 drop shots from Sobek that she got and handled.
Sobek was bound and determined to get an overhead over the net.
He was not stopping there. Maddox and Manthou both laughing a little bit there. As they got second server here, up by 1.
Five-hole winner off of Sobek's forehand.
And I was watching the footwork of Maddox right there, and as that ball kept going toward the line, she was taking a step with the right foot and getting wider and wider. Once she sped that ball up, she was actually off balance because the base was so wide.
Good ball there from Manthou, going back behind Sobek.
Yeah, good 1-2 combo there from Manthou off his own paddle to start that.
But again, it's right hip, left hip. Well, actually, on the first ball, a little bit further out, gets Sobek extended, and then goes to the left hip to further the distance for him to come back.
No doubt about that overhead.
Hey, William, just watch out. Let Amanda take the overheads right now. She's dialed in. She's good. She's good.
Just wide, 2-all.
Another good drop there from Hendry, putting the pressure on Maddox as she tries to take that ball wide.
chicken wing got it back, but at the feet of Hendry.
And I feel like Hendry, when she's going cross court there with Maddox, after the second game, going in the third game, she was shadow swinging, getting her paddle out in front. She knows where she was getting beat. Right now, I feel like she wants to bait Maddox into pulling that trigger cross court to her forehand.
Just wide.
Sobek tried to scoot it down the line, but it's long, side out.
But yeah, what I was saying is almost looked like a couple of those balls she's trying to bait Maddox into going to that spot because she's handled it twice here in this third game.
Big serve from Maddox, but long second serve. Good ball from Sobek, forcing Maddox behind the baseline.
Yeah, it's great pressure there from Hendry, and Sobek continuing to put it on. All tied up again.
Another excellent drop there from Hendry. And you see how early she sets up right here. She's set up. Nice roll. Gets that ball to dip down. And Maddox, again, she just takes a step with that outside leg, and it's really extended on the base. Yikes.
Doesn't matter your footwork there.
Yeah.
That's scary.
You afraid she's going to come after you next?
Like, I don't want to be on the other end of that. I mean, I did pick them early. I mean, and that's one of the reasons why. I mean, they come out and they got a lot of power, both of them.
Maddox pulls, or rather Manthou pulls the trigger, and it pays dividends side out.
Yeah, doubles up on the backhand side there of Hendry, and she's just a little late getting the paddle back on that second one.
Oh, she got it. Sobek was waiting for it for the put away.
Well, you want to talk about long strides. Just I thought that ball was wide, but Maddox ended up playing it and gets it around the post. I think Manthou was like, yeah, it was wide. I wanted to let it play though.
Manthou stepping across, but Hendry finds the open space.
But again, that's a little bit of trouble there for Manthou because of how far over he comes. He then hooks the ball back behind himself, and basically gives Hendry the opening to the open court.
Maddox going behind Sobek. Little taste of your own medicine. Game 1 went to Hendry and Sobek, 12-10. Game 2 went to Manthou and Maddox, 12-10. We are tied at 4. Another ferocious overhead from Christine Maddox.
Dom is screaming in here, scared for his life.
Get out of the way. That ball go through you. I love it. I just don't want to be on the court.
Manthou puts away the overhead as they take the 5-4 lead.
Another excellent setup there from Manthou. He's being aggressive, but he's not being predictable with his spots. You saw it right there. It's forehand, backhand, forehand.
Little confusion, but the ball was in, so second serve on the way.
I think Maddox did say no, but
But
no,
it was to,
Yeah.
no, I missed it.
no, like, oh, I missed it.
Oh,
Angle. No.
just wide after some tremendous defense.
So one thing with Sobek's overhead is, he's hitting it so far down into the court that it's just taking all the speed out of it. But again, the overhead that he missed in game 2 and the overhead that he missed early on here in game 3, when that ball gets behind and he hooks that wrist so much to hit it, it's going to go straight down into the net.
No other place for it to go.
No.
Timeout taken by Manthou and Maddox. They're leading 5-4, but it's Hendry and Sobek on serve. Fellas, your takeaway from what we've seen throughout the first 2.5 games.
I'm predicting 12-10.
Oh, way to go out on a limb.
That is a hot take, sir.
Way to really go out on a limb there, brother. No, I mean, again, it's absolutely incredible pickleball right now. This is what we came to see, right? This is why they're here in the semifinal trying to move on to Championship Sunday. But again, it's who's going to execute. I know we said it all day, but it's who's going to execute in the end to come out on top. And right now, Maddox and Manthou taking that 1-point lead here. Change ends at 6.
Maddox and Manthou had opportunities in game 1. They were up 10-7. Couldn't close it out. Were able to capitalize in game 2, but realistically, they could have been out of here in 2. Second serve.
Yeah, another good overhead there from Maddox as well. Full extension, out in front, hits through that ball, doesn't hit down on it.
Maddox trying to pull the trigger on a ball below the net.
She runs down the lob and hits a dirty drop shot off of it. Like, that was absolutely disgusting.
5-all. Hendry raises her hands in a mock prayer after she's done letting that ball land just long as they take a 6-5 lead into the end change. This one has been a back and forth affair.
Yeah, well, that ball right there after it came off the paddle of Manthou looked like it was going to drop in. I mean, where do you go? It's like it's back and forth, and Manthou and Maddox have done a good job, like inserting power and choosing the right spots. But Hendry and Sobek with their defense and getting balls back and just making a ton of balls and putting pressure on. I'm going to go back to what you said, Dolan, as far as Manthou and Maddox. They need to put more pressure on Sobek on the third. Hendry has now found the rhythm in that third and is the consistent and steady one.
Whoever takes this semifinal will have earned it. We've gone past the minimum in both of the first 2 games. At the end change, Hendry and Sobek leading 6-5. I'll be on second serve. Manthou trying to shape the ATP but couldn't do it.
So that was strategic serve by Sobek. It didn't allow Maddox and Manthou to uncoil.
Yikes.
Oh. You cannot leave that ball up for Christine Maddox, folks. Get out the way. What a reset. Oh, Sobek was there, but couldn't put it in the court.
Maddox hit that
I don't know how
ATP
she got
so
the
hard.
angle. What's the angle?
It was there because Sobek's in the court when he hits this.
Body back off of the paddle of Maddox. We are tied at 7.
So it's a good adjustment from Maddox, right? So almost like fishing, right? Amanda Hendry's fishing, right? She's baiting you into that. Well, it looks like Maddox has found that out. Now she's going to try and go to Amanda Hendry's right hip with that like she did right there.
Oh, what a backhand roll from Sobek to put it inside the line.
But again, it's the pace and the spin. He doesn't hit this one too hard. So what Maddox thinks is going out has enough time to drop in just on the line.
Put away by Manthou as they retake the lead.
Back and forth this whole match.
Put away with emphasis.
It's not a good spot for Maddox to speed up. She was sitting in midcourt. That's too much time for Sobek and Hendry to make an adjustment and read that and counter it.
Hendry and Sobek get back on serve, trailing by 1 in the later stages of this third decisive game. Hendry can't make the pickup, second serve.
Well, just a little late with the paddle preparation right there for Hendry. You saw her trying to have to speed up the stroke to catch up to the ball.
Pressure from Manthou at the kitchen line, a quick side out.
And that's a key word right there, Dorian, is a very quick side out. There were not 2 long points there or anything. That was very quick and back on serve with a 1-point lead.
This match has featured 5 lead changes, 6 ties, or rather this game.
Oh, catches
Off
the
net
cord.
catches the side of the line.
And dips in the corner. Oh, wow.
2-point lead for Manthou and Maddox. That time Maddox overshoots the mark.
Well, but Maddox was also moving on that ball right there. The previous speed-ups that she's had, she's been a steady base. With the feet moving and a little bit of a lunge, then it becomes really difficult to control that ball.
Easy, Dorian. Easy. Easy.
Oh, it's in.
It's in.
Go.
Oh! Point of the year as Sobek and Hendry stop the advance at 1.
Dorian is having a seizure here. She's rocking back and forth. Up, in, out, up, down, around. What a point.
That right there. The spin move reset from Sobek. And that. Unbelievable.
Oh,
Ball as Hendry and Sobek are within 1.
Oh, Manthou got exactly what he was looking for off the speed up from Maddox. Watch, here comes William. Watch, he's setting up for the serve. He's going wide with the serve. Oh, he didn't hit it.
Lands just wide. Second serve.
Well, that's a very good angle from Manthou right there. He doesn't go back at Sobek, takes that angle behind Hendry.
Oh, he got the first, couldn't get the second. So Hendry and Sobek only able to get 1. Into the net, and it is match point.
We're at 10-8 again. No, we did 10-7, 10-8, 10-6.
Body bag to end it. A valiant effort from Will Sobek and Amanda Hendry. But it is Max Manthou and Christine Maddox advancing into Championship Sunday in 3 games. A semifinal for the ages. We will talk to them when we come back here on Championship Court.
Nothing brings us together like Eggland's best eggs. We love the taste, always so fresh and delicious, plus superior nutrition. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's best.
Need to sell tickets for an event? From Sports Illustrated's official ticketing platform, introducing Box Office. Manage ticketing for sports, festivals, fundraisers, and more, paid or free. And we go beyond the barcode. Introducing Super Ticket. Super Tickets are secured by blockchain technology and transform into exclusive digital content, promotions, and rewards between the event and guests. Cheaper, better, simpler, more secure. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Partner with us for your next event.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours. Because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
The APP is sponsored by Gamma. Play to live, live to play. Skechers Pickleball. Experience comfort that performs. And Humana, the official healthcare partner of the APP Tour.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Ora Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
Welcome back to Center Court at the APP Newport Beach Open. I'm with Christine Maddox, Max Manthou. Easily one of the best matches of the year. Guys, first talk about you lose game one in a tight one. You had a couple game points. What was the discussion between games 1 and 2 to kind of regroup there?
I just liked what we were doing. I felt like we maybe gave away a few at the end, but if we just stayed strong the whole time, the rest of the match, and really didn't change much strategy, I felt like it would lean in our favor. But as you said, one of the best matches of the year. I absolutely love being a part of a match like this, where both sides are pushing each other to our best. And I mean, kudos to both Will and Amanda. Seriously, that awesome match.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible for us to watch too. We're going crazy in the booth, like on our like, edge of our seat, on our toes. But Christine, it looked like you found something in the middle there where you were speeding up and then having Max kind of finish that off. Was it something you guys talked about and strategized about?
We did. We talked about just putting a little bit extra pressure on and not being afraid to take our shots. We were saying quiet mind, fast body. So it's just a way we can reset, and took it from there.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys. Moving on to Championship Sunday. Congratulations to both of you. Back to you guys in the booth.
There is something about Newport Beach that seems to bring out the best in the players on the APP Tour. One of the best matches, hands down, of the 2024 season that we just saw.
Well, one thing is for certain. Championship Sunday is already going to be ridiculous. And we have men's and women's doubles coming up tomorrow. And if it's anything like the last 2 days, you're going to have a heart attack.
Well, listen, the last time we were here was 4th of July, but I think the real fireworks have been the last 2 days.
And forth it's absolutely incredible. So we have 3 great gold medal matches already set tomorrow, men's and women's doubles. Phenomenal play all around this weekend so far.
It's hard to even think about tomorrow considering the level of play that we've seen. But one thing real quick that each one of you are looking forward to tomorrow.
Oh, man.
You know what? I think the women's draw is wide open. It's going to be a tough draw as we go through. Amanda Hendry, Simone Judging coming in as the 1 seed. But yeah, I think it's wide open for anybody on the women's side.
Yeah, on the men's side, again, you got some newer teams, newer pairings. So again, just like Chad's saying on the women's side of things, I think the men's side is wide open too. So you can see some more fireworks here tomorrow.
We had a different mixed champion and women's doubles champion in every tournament going back to October of 2023. We've got more action coming up tomorrow. Join us at noon local as we get set for our men's and women's doubles.